Hello students, today we will be discussing about corrosion and rancidity. Let us first see what corrosion means. Corrosion is a natural process that converts a refined or pure metal into a more chemically stable oxide, hydroxide, carbonate or sulfide. And, and this corrosion process is an electrochemical oxidation process and oxidation of metals with oxidants like O2, acid or gas. And in presence of these oxidants, the metals are converted into oxides, hydroxides, carbonates, and sulfides. This corrosion is a gradual deterioration of materials. That means it's a slow process and it happens over a period of time. On the right hand side, you can see the picture of corrosion of iron, that is rusting of iron. This is one of the examples of corrosion. What happens in this rusting of iron? In rusting of iron, iron in presence of oxygen and moisture transforms into hydrated iron 3 oxide. That means Fe2O3 dot XH2O. And why this is XH2? Because we do not know the exact number of molecules of water present in the formula of rust. X could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything. So the formula is written as Fe2O3 dot XH2O. This oxygen is, of course, comes from air, and this moisture is also comes from air or externally supplied. Generally, this moisture comes from air. So if air is humid, that means it contains a lot of moisture and oxygen is there in the air, then iron materials are more prone to rusting or corrosion. There is another example, that is copper turns blue-green. This is also an example of corrosion. Let's first see what happens and how this blue-green color is formed. The color of copper is brown or copper color. You know the copper color. And this copper in presence of oxygen gives red colored copper 1 oxide. This red copper 1 oxide in presence of excess oxygen gives black copper 2 oxide. Black copper 2 oxide, carbon dioxide present in air and moisture, all of them react to give green colored compound, that is Cu2, CO3, OH whole 2. Cu, CO2 and H2O, they can also react in different composition and gives blue colored compound, that is Cu2, CO3 whole 2, OH whole 2. And the third reaction here is copper 2 oxide that reacts with sulfur trioxide present in air and moisture to give green colored compound, that is Cu4, SO4, OH whole 6. So you can see all these three compounds are green and blue. So bluish green colored compounds are formed when copper is corroded. On the right hand side, you can see the picture of Statue of Liberty. The original color of Statue of Liberty is brown. That means when it was delivered from France, the color was brown, that is copper color. Over a period of time, copper turns into blue-green. That means this Statue of Liberty turns into blue-green because of the oxidation or corrosion of copper following these reactions. And you can see the color is bluish green. So now the color is bluish green. That means in 2018, the color was this bluish green color because of the corrosion. We have the third example, that is silver turns black. The color of silver is this bright color, bright silver color. For a long time, if silver material, or let's say this coin, is kept, then the coin will turn into black. Why? Because silver in presence of oxygen and hydrogen sulfide, H2S, gives Ag2S, which is black in color. And there is a coating of this Ag2S compound on the surface of the coin, and that is why the color of the coin that is black now, or there is a coating of black colored Ag2S. There's one information that silver is generally or usually resistant to corrosion because it does not oxidize easily in air. But if there is presence of H2S or hydrogen sulfide, then silver is prone to oxidation and turns black. Why? Because this Ag2S is formed. Of course, there is prevention of rusting or corrosion. That is the first prevention. We can use paint, oil, grease coating on the metal surface. We can use alloys, for example, iron alloys. Iron alloys like stainless steel is one of the alloys where chromium is mixed to prevent rusting. There is the third process, that is galvanization. In galvanization, it is a process of applying a protective zinc coating to steel or iron to prevent rusting. So we can also use zinc as a protecting layer on the steel or iron to prevent rusting or corrosion. Now let us discuss rancidity. What rancidity means? Rancidity is the process where fats and oils get oxidized when they are stayed or they are kept in open for long and become rancid old stale, and their smell and taste change. For example, a chips packet. When a chips packet is exposed to atmospheric air for a long time, its odor and taste change because a chips packet has oil, and this oil for a period of time in presence of atmospheric air, specifically oxygen, gets converted into rancid or stale. And this rancid process is also used to describe oxygen content of oils. How much oxygen is present in oil, that is also determined by rancidity. If oxygen content is more, rancidity will be more. If oxygen content is less, rancidity will be less. And also this is also known as or described as oxygen damage because oil or fats become stale, and this is nothing but a damage to oils and fats due to the presence of oxygen. So it is also called oxygen damage to food. There is a prevention of rancidity. That means in chips packet, it is filled with nitrogen. It is not filled with oxygen. Oxygen is replaced or air is replaced by nitrogen in chips packet so that there is no oxidation of fats and oils. Why? Because nitrogen is an inert gas and it cannot react with oils and fats like oxygen.